only eating at Costco for a full day. Obviously, the best part about Costco is the hot food. They've got pizza, chicken bakes, and hot dogs. You have to put all of the toppings on, and this is an all beef hot dog, so the meat quality is so good and the bun is soft. And you guys, this giant piece of pizza is only $2. It's cheesy and greasy, and the pepperoni is a little crispy on the outside. Honestly, this reminds me of my childhood. It's so good. But my favorite thing is the strawberry sundae. It's made with this vanilla frozen yogurt that's actually non-fat, so like it's not too sweet, but it's so creamy, and the strawberry flavor is fresh. And then I got a chicken bake for later. And then I did some shopping. I love how cold the produce section is, and I got some free samples, of course. This was an oatmeal dark chocolate chunk, and it was so thick. And I also tried this Angus beef that was seasoned perfectly. Yum! And don't worry, I did not forget the bakery. These muffins are always buy one, get one free, and the blueberry ones are so soft and sweet. It's literally like cake. But the best one is the chocolate one because it's packed full of these chocolate chunks that are so rich and so chocolatey, delicious. And finally, I heated my chicken bake up in the oven, and it was so hot, but look at all that chicken and bacon. And the inside of the bread is so soft and has that salty bacony flavor, and then the outside is so crispy. Seriously, this is actually so good. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Only eating Vietnamese food for a full day. So today I took my parents to get some pho. They'd never had Vietnamese food before, and I started out with bubble tea. Of course, I got a taro one. You know I'm obsessed. It was thick and kind of vanilla-y and sweet. I also got a Thai flavored one that was kind of spicy, like maybe it had cinnamon. We also got some gai kuon, or fresh spring rolls. This one had prawns, and those mint leaves are so flavorful. I also love that stretchy rice paper wrapping, and the chicken ones were seasoned perfectly and stuffed with these soft noodles. And of course, you have to dip them in that sweet and spicy hoisin sauce. It's so thick and delicious. And then my mom got this dry noodle bowl that had this sweet peanut sauce, and the noodles literally melt in your mouth. It also had a crispy egg roll on top. Yum! And of course, I got some pho. I added soy sauce, and then you guys told me to add hoisin sauce, so I did. And I also added some crunchy mung beans. And oh my gosh, this brisket was so tender and flavorful. Also, the crunchy veggies contrast the soft noodles so well. It's like the perfect dish. If you've never tried it, you have to. Just trust me. Then I got some takeout for dinner. I tried these egg rolls in this sweet chili sauce, and they were so crispy, but not quite as good as the ones at lunch. And finally, I got a banh mi with that French baguette. That's the perfect combination of soft and crunchy, and this charbroiled chicken was seasoned perfectly, and that's all for today. Come make some pho with me. So last time I had pho, I added soy sauce, which apparently totally messes it up. So to give respect to this amazing Vietnamese dish, I am making it from scratch today. Okay, actually, I did buy the bone broth from the store, but everything else is from scratch. Also, I didn't know you're supposed to freeze your flank steaks so you can get those really thin slices. Also, these pho noodles don't need to be boiled. You actually pour the boiling water over them. I thought that was so cool. And this broth is so aromatic. It smells incredible. And you guys, this was so easy to make. It only took like 20 minutes because you actually don't have to cook the meat. So you just pour the boiling broth over the meat and it just cooks it right in the bowl. And then I got way too excited about the toppings because they all sounded good. So I bought like every topping suggested and sriracha and hoisin sauce, but don't worry, there is no soy sauce to be found. And you guys, this broth smelled incredible, and those noodles are so soft, they just melt in your mouth. Oh my gosh, it's so spicy too. And that meat is cooked perfectly. It's tender and delicious, and that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Eating whatever I want for a full day. Y'all know I crave spicy food in the morning, and this laksa is so good. I tried it for the first time in China, and I am obsessed. I got this from my local Asian grocery store for like $2. It's so cheap, and of course you have to add chili oil. It's the perfect combination of creamy and spicy. It has this amazing prawn flavor, and the noodles are so thick. Anyway, then for lunch I was craving Cuban food. This place is amazing. They have baked goods and empanadas. This one had chicken in it, and it was so crispy, and also the chicken was a little spicy too. And then this one was filled with ham and cheese, and the pastry is just so flaky. But my favorite thing were these hand-rolled quesitos that are filled with cream cheese, so they're creamy and also sugary and crispy. I'm also obsessed with this guava pastry. The guava jelly is so sweet. It's seriously amazing. And you know I had to get some sandwiches. The Cuban sandwich is one of my favorites of all time. This cubano has fresh roasted pork and deli ham and pickles and mustard, and that Cuban bread is just so crispy. And oh my gosh, these plantains were so soft. I don't know if I've even ever had a plantain before. They're so sweet too. And this mojo chicken sandwich was so juicy. The chicken was cooked perfectly, and it has this provolone cheese that adds so much flavor. And finally, I needed ice cream to end out my night, and this peanut butter cup shake was okay, but not amazing. But Steak and Shake was the only thing open, so oh well. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Only eating Japanese food for a full day. So I found this really interesting modern sushi restaurant. Like they have rice tater tots that are so crispy. They're fried to perfection. And you guys, I got this tempura fried burrito. It has tuna and salmon and spicy crab. It also has wasabi aioli that adds so much flavor and crunchy veggies. And it's also just so crispy, like comfort food to the max. I also tried this rice bowl that had spicy mayo and sweet soy sauce. It was so flavorful. Then I ordered dinner from Kyoto, which is one of my favorite spots in Orlando. You have to get the hibachi meal. It's so good. Their ginger salad is so sweet and so tangy. I also love their fried rice. It's always so savory and salty. And you guys, I'm obsessed with their yum yum sauce. It's so garlicky and also kind of buttery and creamy. And it always comes with noodles too. Like it's so much food, but it's so worth it. And finally, it comes with miso soup that has that amazing umami flavor. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Only eating bagels for a full day in New York. I started off at Liberty Bagels because I heard they have the best ones in all of Manhattan, and they also have these amazing cream cheeses that look like ice cream. And you guys, just look at this rainbow bagel. It was filled with cookies and cream cheese, which wasn't too sweet at all. And then we got this one called the Brooklyn Bomber, which has fried chicken, cheddar bacon, ranch, and chipotle mayo. It was spicy and so savory. Oh my gosh. I also got their famous Liberty Bagel with birthday cake cream cheese, and it's seriously so chewy and also soft at the same time. Like, I don't know how they do it. And I had to get the works on an everything bagel. It's got sausage, eggs, cheese, and a hash brown. So savory and salty and flavorful. Then I headed to Zucker's Bagels because I heard their smoked fish is unmatched. Also, this location is so gorgeous and it's right next to Central Park. Of course, I got so much food. I started off with the Delancey. Just look at that cheese full. It has corned beef, potato latkes, and Swiss cheese. Honestly, this is the perfect breakfast sandwich. It's so good. And you guys, this is maple raisin walnut cream cheese on a cinnamon raisin bagel. It's perfection. It has these giant chunks of walnut that add this crunchy nuttiness. And this was the best smoked salmon I've ever had in my life. The salmon is so buttery, it literally melts in your mouth, and those capers and onions add so much flavor. And finally, I tried their spicy chipotle salmon. It had chipotle cream cheese and avocados. It was so spicy and so delicious. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Everything I ate in New York City's Koreatown. So we found this massive food gallery with 13 different restaurants. They've got these Korean-style baozi. This one had pork and these savory stir-fry noodles called japchae. And this gorgeous purple one was filled with kimchi. It was so spicy. Then I headed upstairs and look at the cute BTS paintings. Of course, I got Korean fried chicken. I got this yangnyeom chicken, which is like sweet chili flavored. And it was actually so spicy too. But it was also so crispy. Oh my gosh, I love fried chicken. Also, this rice was so sticky and soft. And I had to get some bubble tea. My friend Michael is obsessed. I got this creamy coconut milk tea and the boba literally melted in my mouth. And of course, I had to get some noodles, so I got these udon noodles that came with shrimp tempura. I'm obsessed with fried food, so the shrimp was delicious. Also, it came with tofu skin that just soaks up all of that yummy broth. And oh my gosh, look at these cute little fish cakes. They were so chewy. Oh, I also got a poke bowl. The salmon was buttery, the crab was so flavorful, and the tuna was so soft. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Only eating pizza for a full day in New York. First up, I went to Village Square, which is known for their spicy pepperoni slices. It smelled so good, you guys. And you have to add the hot honey. That sweet, spicy flavor is delicious. And oh my gosh, that pepperoni is so savory and crispy. And y'all, the sauce is a family recipe, so you know it's good. And this one's called the Grandma. It has homemade pesto that is so rich and garlicky and cheesy. And this one had vodka sauce that was so creamy and tangy. Also, that charred bottom crust is just so crispy. I also tried their buffalo chicken square that has Frank's hot sauce, and it's literally covered in this whole milk mozzarella. Oh my gosh. They also have a pizza with fried eggplant, and it's seriously huge. It's so flavorful, so garlicky and tangy and just delicious. Anyway, then we headed to Patsy's Pizzeria for that famous New York style thin crust pizza. And we had to try that original coal oven pizza, and oh my gosh, the crust, it's so perfectly chewy. Like, I don't know how they do it. And the sauce is sweet and tangy. And this one's called the Patsy's Pizzeria Special. So it's got Romano cheese, mozzarella, fresh basil, and pepperonis, and it's literally just a flavor explosion. And finally, I tried the salsiccia with sausage, roasted peppers, and onions. That pork flavor was so savory, and it was so cheesy too. And that's all for today. Everything I ate in New York City's Chinatown. I started off at Super Taste because I heard they have the best dumplings in New York. And you guys, these fried pork dumplings might have been the best ones I've ever had in my life. They were so crispy, but also so soft. And that pork was so juicy. Then I tried these Sichuan style steamed dumplings that were also filled with pork. And you guys, their chili oil is addicting. It's so warm, not too spicy, but super flavorful. I also tried their traditional steamed dumplings that were so soft and tender. They literally melt in your mouth. One of the best meals I've ever had in my life, and it was so cheap too. Anyway, then I headed further into Chinatown, which is so beautiful, by the way, and I saw an acrobat, like they were having a whole circus show in the middle of the street. Then I headed to Noodle Village, where I had to get the beef chow fun, and you guys, it smelled so good. The rice noodles had this amazing kind of smoky flavor, and the meat was so savory and also kind of sweet. And those bean sprouts add the perfect crunch. Honestly, these are some of the best noodles I've ever had. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. What I eat in a day in New York. Today I went exploring and decided to eat whatever I saw, so that meant hot dogs. I've literally never had a New York hot dog before, and I got a chili dog. And you guys, look at this view. And hear me out, it was actually really good. It was juicy, pretty flavorful, and so cheesy. Then I got a Jamaican beef patty because my boyfriend said I had to try one. Honestly, it wasn't my favorite though. It wasn't too flaky, and the pastry was just a little dense. But that's okay, we did a lot more exploring, and then we ended up at Don Antonio's because apparently they have the #1 pizza in New York. This is their anniversary pizza. They only make 20 of these a day. It's got fresh burrata cheese and this beautiful basil pesto drizzle. And you guys, oh my gosh, this cheese is so silky smooth and creamy. And the crust was perfectly thin and chewy, and that tomato sauce was so tangy. And they're also known for this fried pizza. I've never heard of this before, and oh my gosh, it's life-changing. It's crispy and light and airy, and that dough has so much flavor too. Oh, also they have this hot olive oil that adds this amazing spice. If you're ever in New York, you have to come here, and that's all for today. Thanks for watching.